Hello, my name is Jonathan Collins, and I am making this video for the purpose of summarizing my understanding of the professional dispositions as outlined in the document produced by the College of Education. So the first question would be, what dispositions do I possess that I think will make me a successful teacher? I think I possess several dispositions that will work in my favor as a future educator. One of those dispositions is compassion for students, teachers, administrations, and parents. My understanding that each student is created by and loved by God is an important point to having compassion for each student and leads me to walking with them in patience and being gracious towards them. Another is having high expectations for the students and helping them to grow to becoming their best selves. I watched on my own personal life the consequences of having low expectations and how they can lead to the students having low expectations for themselves and underperforming. This is why I have high expectations no matter the student I encounter. But I always ensure that the expectations are reasonable, because as bad as low expectations can be, unreasonable expectations can be even worse. Next question is, what disposition do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Respect for the diversity of others is one disposition that I will need to work on as a first-year teacher. I have a baseline respect for all cultures and communities, but I am not always curious to know more or embrace them. I think being more well-informed, having a better understanding of my students' individual backgrounds will help here. I think as a first-year teacher, I'll be exposed to a lot of different cultures that will give me the opportunity to better embrace them and learn from them. Another disposition I would want to better work on would be being a more curious teacher. Curiosity is at the heart of learning, but sometimes I find myself not wanting or feeling the need to continue to learn. School was hard for me growing up, so there's often, I think, in my mind, a negative stigma attached to learning more, and this is something I will definitely need to address. As I'm going through schooling, I think that's helping me to address those negative stigmas. Students can sense, I think, when a teacher is curious, and that will empower and embolden them to want to be curious themselves and become more excited about learning. So I think being a more curious teacher is definitely a disposition I want to work on. The last question is, what qualities should professional educators display? Some qualities that professional educators should display, one of them, I think, is dedication to their profession. Being dedicated is an important part of being a professional, and demonstrating that the students may speak more than whatever words that you may say to students. I know I've had a lot of teachers in my lifetime growing up where their actions spoke louder than their words, and being on time, always being prepared for school, even helping me to become a more prepared student was a huge deal. So like I was saying before, having those kind of qualities like being on time and being a person of your word and not slacking off is a great quality that would encompass dedication, which is important for any professional educator. Another quality that would be important for a professional in this field would be being an advocate. One of the dispositions that was highly talked about was advocacy. Students always appreciate knowing that they have teachers who are constantly fighting for them in and out of the classroom. Students want to be heard and know that their teachers care for them as more than just another person they have to babysit. I know, again, going back to my own past experience, I know having teachers who I knew were trying to stand up for me, who knew me on a personal level. So when they heard things about me or people said things about me, they could tell instantly whether they were true or not, because they had a personal relationship with me. And obviously, we don't want to take that too far, but I think there's an amount of conversation that doesn't just involve school work that can be had between a student and teacher, which will be helpful in being a good advocate for those students, because that can lead to a lot of student success. So that's it.